Welcome to the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So I apologize that my voice is a little craggly. I'm coming down with a cold, but I'm taking my vitamins and drinking lots of juice, so I should be okay. So today we're going to talk about next week is the 24th anniversary of Princess Diana's death. It is also the same day that Finding Freedom, the reboot, is being released. So next week is going to be a very hard week for the royal family. Not only are they dealing with the anniversary of Princess Diana's death, but they're also having to deal with the reboot of Finding Freedom. Now, as we all know in the press, they've had some excerpts of the book that Omid Scobie has re-released new information that deals with Megxit and the journey from leaving the royal family, has to deal with Prince Philip's funeral, the Oprah Winfrey interview, and the birth of their daughter, Lilibet Diana. Now, there's going to be a lot of behind-the-scenes gossip that they got from an unnamed source who is close to the Sussexes. Well, the Sussexes are now starting to distance themselves from Omid Scobie, stating that he did not interview the couple and that they did not participate in the reboot of the biography Finding Freedom. Now, we know when it originally came out a year ago, the couple denied ever participating in the book with Omid Scobie, but it was during a lawsuit with the Daily Mail that it came out they did, in fact, participate in some interviews and also provided some details to the authors of the book Finding Freedom. So now that Omid Scobie is coming out with information stating how the Sussexes were extremely upset with Her Majesty's handling of the racist allegations when she stated recollections may vary, which basically means your interpretation of the truth versus our interpretation of the truth are different, but we're going to handle it privately behind closed doors. They're also stating attack the royal family, that they attack the royal institution as a whole. Well, we all know that's not true because on the Oprah Winfrey interview, Harry made it clear it was a royal family member who made the racist allegations, but he quote-unquote refused to name the person. Well, to me, that sounds very personal. He was not attacking the royal institution. He was attacking the royal family. But now they're coming out acting like, oh, we're just talking about in general, the institution, the way they're handling racism. Well, that's not true. We all know they're attacking the royal family, but they're very smart to leave Her Majesty out of that attack. But I don't believe for 1 minute that it was about the royal institution. They're also talking about behind the scenes of Prince Philip's funeral. As we know, Edward and Sophie froze Harry out. They ignored him completely at Prince Philip's funeral, which we can all understand because Sophie has always been extremely close to Prince Philip, and I can just imagine how pissed she was at Harry and Meghan for during the last 3 weeks of Prince Philip's life, he had to listen and hear what his grandson was saying about the royal family on national television. So I can imagine how angry she was at him, and it's rumored that they're going to give a lot of insider information behind the scenes of what happened to Harry when he went for Prince Philip's funeral. But I do know for a fact that Sophie and Edward completely froze him out behind the scenes, which I say kudos to the Wessexes because that was well played and well deserved. Now, on top of that, we have the new Lifetime movie that's coming out on September 6th called Harry and Meghan Escaping the Palace. So this horrific Lifetime movie has a bunch of really bad actors where they're portraying the royal family horribly throughout this Lifetime movie. Again, I believe they're loosely basing this movie off of Finding Freedom and the Oprah Winfrey interview. They even have a point where they show them sitting on the Oprah Winfrey interview in the same outfit. So again, they're playing Harry and Meghan as the eternal victims, and the evil royal family is being horribly mean to them. So this has got to be 3 horrific blows to the royal family that's coming out this next week. And my heart goes out to them because it's like they can't win. But as we stated before in a previous video, Her Majesty is taking off the gloves and the palace is setting to fight back. So in the future, when anyone makes untrue or libel statements against the royal family, they might get a royal smackdown. The palace is not playing around, and I'm so ready for it. You know, a lot of people were just sick of it. You know, the palace never defended the royal family, but now they're starting to strike back, and I think it is about time, especially against the Sussexes. So Harry and Meghan are being extremely cautious now, and they're being smart by distancing themselves from Omid Scobie, by denying their participation and stating it was not an attack on the royal family, when we all know that it was, because even though the Sussexes are throwing mud at the royal family, they know without their titles, they are nothing. And they made a really bad mistake of waiting an extremely long time to launch their projects. As we mentioned in a previous video, they had too many irons in the fire, and their likability has tanked to an all-time high. And your bankability is tied to your likability. So I am sure the head honchos over at Netflix and Spotify are starting to get nervous because these big multi-million-dollar projects that they're banking on for the Sussexes to bring in are not looking very good. They've received so much negative backlash on Afghanistan statement. The bench is no longer even on the top 10. They've ranked to an all-time low of popularity in the UK to around 30%. And now Netflix is banking on them, making them millions and millions of dollars and getting high ratings on the Heart of Invictus and that animated woke series called The Pearl. I believe it is going to crash and burn. And when it does, and the money dries up, guys, Meghan is going to exit right. I believe Meghan is going to pull a Jackie Onassis, and in the next 10 years or less, she's going to be married to some billionaire or some powerful political figure somewhere. Harry is just a stepping stone on her life of ambition. You know, they're sitting right now really pretty on the deck of the Titanic, but mark my words, Megsy has got her safety boat. Her life raft is attached to the boat. And when the Titanic ships and all of their deals and all of their monies go crashing down, she is leaving Harry to the mess. She is exiting right to her life raft, to her next victim, her husband, whoever it may be. But Harry is clueless. You know, Harry's not the brightest bulb in the shed. You know, he's never had to use his brain muscle his entire life. When you're born into a life of privilege where people, you know, yes ma'am, yes sir, whatever you want sir, you're the greatest sir, and they bow to you and wipe your butt with dollar bills, and you never have to worry about money. You don't have to develop your brain muscle. You can just be the party prince and your life is golden. was very apparent how out of touch with reality Harry really was on the Oprah Winfrey interview when he cried about how his daddy cut him off financially at the age of 36 after, giving him a check for $5 million. And that was supposed to get him through, just the next 4 or 5 months. $5 million is life-changing money for the rest of us here in the world. We would retire and live a very nice life on $5 million. But to someone like Harry and Meghan, that's enough to pay for about 4 months of living because he lives a very extravagant and expensive lifestyle. He has been the spare to the heir his entire life. So he is used to the pomp and circumstance, and he just thought the gravy train was going to keep on going because he's Harry. He's entitled to that. He literally said that. It's my birthright. I'm a prince. My son's a prince. He should get what he's entitled to. They're very entitled people, and they have no sense of reality. So he's having a hard time with living in Hollywood as a civilian, where he actually has to pay for his own bills. He's got to, get those deals going. He doesn't know how to do anything, and the guy never even probably drew his own bath. Give the guy a break. He's not had to use his brain his entire life. Now he has to come up with Netflix stuff and Spotify stuff and the stuff for Procter & Gamble. And let's not forget he supposedly has a job that he took a 5-month maternity break from. I mean, whatever happened to that job with that company in California where he was the woke master of the company. Who knows if he's even employed there? Like I said, the guy has never had to work before. He's never had to actually do anything. So it's asking a lot of him to actually have to get up and do things. So yeah, Harry and Meghan, I think that they really made a huge mistake of waiting until their popularity is at an all-time low to start working on these projects. Most of these projects are not going to come out until mid-2022. And again, I feel like they're losing their popularity and their star power every single day. They're turning into a national joke in America. A lot of people are starting to see through them. So I think they're going to have a major problem next year with these projects. And if they don't do well, the networks are going to dump them. So mark my words, guys. Meg Z is not going to go down with the ship. She is going to exit right, and poor Harry's going to stay on the deck organizing the deck chairs because he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's not going to know when she jumps ship, and he's left holding the ball. It's going to be a royal nightmare when they divorce. Mark my words, guys, it's going to happen. So when they have a divorce, guys, it is going to be a royal nightmare, and Meghan is going to throw him to the wolves. Again, Meghan, clean hands Markle. She has Harry doing all of the dirty work. She's keeping her hands clean. She's got her image clean, and she's lining up that life raft. So when the Titanic comes down, she's out. And Harry's going to be sitting there arranging the deck chairs with his mouth open, catching flies, wondering what the hell happened. When the money dries up, Markle is leaving. Mark my words, she's pulling a Jackie Onassis. We'll do a whole other video on this because this woman is only 40. Can you imagine what she's going to be like when she's 50 and 60? I am really picking up Wallace Simpson 2.0 vibes. You guys, it is going to be a very interesting story to watch unfold. Unfortunately, we all know that Harry and Meghan are not going to make it to the 10-year mark or the 15-year mark. But it's going to be a very interesting couple of years to watch it unfold. So what do you think is going to happen this week, guys, when Finding Freedom is released? Do you plan to buy the book? Are you going to watch the Lifetime movie coming out on September 6th that talks about Harry and Meghan escaping the palace? Leave your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. so much for stopping by the channel. If you will, please like, share, and subscribe because it really helps me out. Again, I am doing a 5K follower giveaway. So if you've not already subscribed, I hope you will do so. Please make sure to follow me over on TikTok and Instagram. I do more daily updates over there. Thank you guys and have an awesome day.